Teams have now wrapped up mandatory minicamp. 5 more begin this week, including the Rams today. The Chiefs, Ravens, Giants, and Seahawks start on Tuesday. The Bills signed their first-round pick, quarterback Maxwell Hairston, to a 4-year, $15.2 million rookie contract. Meantime, rookie running back Ashton Jeanty stood out during the Raiders' recent mandatory minicamp. Head coach Pete Carroll says he loves having multiple options in the backfield, but made it clear, quote, "I'm not relying on one guy," adding that carries will be earned based on performance. Patriots announced they'll unveil a statue of Tom Brady outside Gillette Stadium August 8th ahead of their preseason opener. The Colts announced late owner Jim Irsay will be inducted into the franchise's Ring of Honor during their regular season opening game against the Dolphins Sunday, September 7th. Irsay will become the 20th member of the Ring of Honor at Lucas Oil Stadium. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sports allow us to play, learn, and grow. But there's something more important than victory. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe every athlete deserves to be safe from abuse and misconduct on and off the field. We equip athletes, parents, coaches, and others with the right education to recognize, prevent, and respond to harmful behavior. Join the movement to champion respect and end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
And it is a Monday. Happy Monday, the 16th day of June, 2025. I'm in the newsroom. It's Jared Anchondo. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
You survived the weekend.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Just barely.
Okay.
Just barely. I survived the bees. I had bees on my neighbor's house, in between mine and my neighbor's house, and it was a swarm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Careful around the bees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I am allergic to bee venom.
Uh-oh.
Bees don't bother me. Yeah. Trick is, don't bother them. They don't bother you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I will say that I think the heat was making them a little feisty, you know.
Well, yeah. They can get that way. Especially when they're looking, they've got a new queen and they're looking for a new hive.
Yeah. They decided to put that new queen in my neighbor's wall. There was a little hole where a wire went into the wall, like a cable or something. And, yeah, they decided to stuff her in there. And so, yeah, I think they sprayed a little poison in there and just, plugged up the hole. The bees are gone now. So
yeah. I had this exact same situation with the block wall in the backyard, and there was a crack in the mortar, and the bees decided it's going to be our new home. It's amazing how that expanding insulation foam out of a spray can,
Yep.
It covered up that hole in a heartbeat.
Yeah, no more problems, right?
No more problem. Oh, well. Anyway, there's a new category that's going to be added for the 2026 Grammy Awards. It allows room for artists who are close to the roots of country music to be recognized. Yeah, I think what they're saying is, a cowboy hat doesn't make you a country artist. Anyway, previously, you had to show proof of 3 divorces and an arrest record to be a true country singer, but now it's, 2 divorces will suffice.
Yeah, you got to have that pickup truck with a couple empty beer cans in the back or something.
Yeah, and the gun rack and the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Busy weekend around the house. We're still trying to put things back together. Hopefully that work will start this week. The house has been torn up for, 6, almost 7 weeks? After a leak, a water leak.
Still dealing with that, though? I thought that was all said and done.
Well, the leak has been fixed.
Okay.
But putting everything back together, they had to tear out floors and an entire bathroom. Hopefully this week it'll all start getting put back together.
Fun.
It's been fun.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Anyway, we've got birthdays today on the 16th day of June. Let's celebrate with actor Eileen Atkins. She is in Doc Martin. She's 91. Eddie Levert of the OJs, 83. Actor Joan Van Ark, 82. Actor Jeff Pearson is 76. Singer James Smith of the Stylistics, 75. Actor Laurie Metcalf is 70. Actor Arnold Vosloo is 63. Actor Danny Burstein, 61. Actor James Patrick Stewart, not Patrick Stewart, Sir Patrick. James Patrick Stewart is 57. Actor Clifton Collins Jr., 55. Actor John Cho is 53. Actor Eddie Cibrian is 52. Actor Fred Kohler, 50. Actor China Shavers, 48. Actor Daniel Bruhl is 47. Actor Sybil Kekiligi is 45. Actor Missy Peregrine is 43. Actor Olivia Hack, 42. And let's see, Broadway actor Ali Stroker, 38. Local birthdays, they're coming up. KXO AM 1230 presents Let Freedom Ring.
Today is the 4th of July.
It's the 4th of July.
Celebrate Independence Day with 6 hours of music, stories, history, and special features. Let Freedom Ring on AM 1230, Thursday, July 3rd from 6 p.m. till midnight. And again on Friday, the 4th of July, from noon till 6 p.m. Let Freedom Ring is made possible by these fine sponsors.
El Sarape Mexican Food and Imperial Valley Drug-Free Communities Coalition, and the Wingate Company.
Happy birthday, America.
Happy 4th of July. Let Freedom Ring. Celebrate with us.
Happy 4th of July.
It's America's birthday. We have happy birthday wishes for Nellie Popejoy, Beverly Brianne Rodriguez, Ralph Osuna, Jennifer Robinson, Sharon McDowell, Ashley Conan, Matilda Ledbetter, Diana Navarez, Gloria Diaz, Ramon Ambrosio, Randy Lackey, Sonia Beltran, and Jill Tucker. Happy birthday from KXO. And happy birthday again, okay? Let's see, what else is going on these days? Well, not a whole lot. It's too hot for most everything. So not a whole lot of social gatherings or events going on. First day of summer, in case you were wondering, is Friday, even though it feels like we're already there.
Will be later this week. And
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for the news?
I'm ready.
We've got a look at world and California news headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. They deliver real-time updates about the air that we breathe.
CBS News Brief. The man suspected of shooting and killing a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband and wounding a state senator and his wife is due in court today. CBS's Lilia Luciano's in Minneapolis.
He's facing 4 charges of second-degree murder without premeditation, which I think is interesting, and we're hoping to get some answers at that hearing.
At least 8 people are reported dead in overnight Iranian missile attacks on Israel. Now, Israel is warning people in parts of Tehran to evacuate. CBS's Deborah Patta reports from Tel Aviv.
We understand that in Iran, people are fleeing the city. They're not used to their city being under attack.
The Supreme Court has just agreed to consider an appeal from a faith-based pregnancy center in New Jersey, which is challenging an investigation into whether it misled people into thinking its services included referrals for abortions. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.gov. airqualityvalley.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news, 38 people arrested in connection with No Kings protests in downtown L.A. over the weekend. President Trump defending the deployment of Marines and National Guard members after more than a week straight of protests.
So the protesters, if we didn't have the National Guard on call and ready, they would rip Los Angeles apart.
35 of the arrests for violating curfew. Since June 7th, the LAPD has arrested over 500 people in connection with the protests. 12 officers have been hurt. Governor Newsom, meanwhile, asking the protesters in L.A. and across California to avoid creating the chaos he says President Trump is hoping for.
Let's not give him what he wants. Let's exercise our constitutionally protected rights, but let's do it peacefully.
And one of the most popular swap meets in Southern California raided by ICE agents Saturday. 60 heavily armed agents descending on the Santa Fe Springs swap meet. I'm John Gilliland. This is California Headline News.
World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org. You'll get real-time information about the air that we breathe.
This Entertainment Insider is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Emmy-winning actress Jean Smart returns to Broadway in the show Call Me Izzy. Listen to how she describes it.
It's going to be a whole different animal doing a one-woman show. And backstage will be very lonely. I'm sitting in my dressing room going, I thought you were particularly good last night. Oh, really? Thank you. Thank you.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things. Bundle today at progressive.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one is service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations to serve you. You'll find one at El Centro Motors, another at the Imperial Valley Mall, and the third at the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive in Brawley.
The Imperial Valley Healthcare District will partner with UC San Diego Health to strengthen the healthcare infrastructure in the Imperial Valley. The IVHD Board of Directors approved a 5-year agreement with UC San Diego Health. The agreement establishes a 2-phase effort that is designed to integrate IVHD's healthcare facilities, Pioneers Memorial Healthcare Hospital and Pioneers Memorial Hospital and El Centro Regional Medical Center under unified management that will result in sole community hospital status and maximize operational efficiencies. According to IVHD, the agreement will increase access to specialized healthcare for Imperial County residents, improve healthcare access for vulnerable populations, and enhance operational stability through improved expense management, physician recruitment and retention, and workforce development. IVHD CEO Christopher R. Bjornberg said, "Our partnership with UC San Diego Health marks a transformative step in delivering world-class healthcare to the Imperial Valley. If approved by the Office of Health Care Affordability, the 5-year agreement will begin July 1st, 2025. UC San Diego Health will initially provide strategic advisory services during the integration phase between the 2 Imperial Valley hospitals, followed by comprehensive management services through July 2030. And some details on some DUIs. The Brawley Police Department partnered with officers from El Centro Police Department for a joint driving under the influence enforcement detail on Saturday night in Brawley. During the operation, El Centro police officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle. That stop led to the discovery of a handgun in the vehicle's center console. The driver was detained, arrested, and booked into Imperial County Jail for having the concealed handgun in his car. KXO Local News Time, 7:42.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
Car and Canal. California Highway Patrol officers responded to a car in a canal shortly before 6 p.m. on Friday. The car apparently rolled over and ended up in a canal along Austin Road, just north of Larson Road. The driver of the Mustang was able to get out of the car and suffered minor injuries. A utility pole was damaged, and the IID hazmat team was called in because fluids from the car were leaking into the canal water. The accident remains under investigation. And there will be a special meeting open to the public for AB 617. It's for the North End community, Brawley, Westmorland, Calipatria. You can join today. It'll be at 5:30 to 7:30. It starts at 5:30 at the Calipatria High School Library. It's open to the public. There is interpretation services, food and drink available. And again, it's for AB 617. It's about clean air. And if you're interested, definitely check it out. That'll be at the Calipatria High School Library at 5:30 this evening. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Right now, the works, $59.95 after a $20 mail-in rebate from Ford. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Wait, so your car rolls off a cliff into the ocean?
I'm leaning against the bumper so Kate can take my picture.
And the car starts to roll?
Yeah, I forgot to set the parking brake.
So it rolls off the cliff?
Off the cliff into the ocean, yeah.
Because no one is more focused on getting your car back to normal than your farmer's agent. Describing how you got into an accident can be a lot harder than describing how you got out of one.
So I already got my car back.
Whoa, who's your insurance company?
Farmers Auto Insurance. Get you back where you belong.
See Mike McElvaney or Eric McElvaney at Farmers Insurance Group of Companies, 267 North 8th L Centro. Call 352-3341.
Page 2 of the local news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer. They serve the best burgers in town. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday. Happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every single day.
CHP conducts a maximum enforcement period. Statewide, the California Highway Patrol had a maximum enforcement period. The effort was to push forth to enforce one of the deadliest behaviors on state roadways, which is speeding. Statewide, nearly 18,000 citations were issued the weekend of June 7th through the 8th. Over 12,300 were for speeding, plus there were 373 arrests for driving under the influence. In Imperial County, the weekend saw 206 total citations, 97 of them for speeding. There were 2 DUI arrests and 6 vehicles were impounded. According to the CHP, the maximum enforcement period may be over, but they will be vigilant for speeding, distracted drivers, and not wearing a seatbelt, along with other violations. El Centro native, following her passion, was an El Centro resident that, had some good news happen. It's some scholarship news. Wait, here we go. Giselle Pareza is graduating. She was a 2017 graduate from Southwest High School in El Centro, and she received a scholarship from California State University in Monterey, and she went on to receive a all right, here we go. This is about her saving a extinct fish, I believe. Yeah, here we go. She is currently at Washington State. She went on to receive a master's degree in marine biology at the University of Washington. She is currently a Washington State Sea Grant Fellow working with the Seattle Aquarium. Gisela is currently in Brisbane, Australia, attending the International Congress for Conservative Biology. She is representing the Seattle Aquarium and sharing her recent research on pinto abalone, an endangered marine snail found along the Pacific Northwest coast. At the aquarium, she supports a conservation effort that focuses on breeding and raising baby abalone in nurseries. then releases them into the wild, such as the San Juan Islands. At the conference, Gisela is talking about her other species work and other species recovery work, and it's shaping and strengthening the community and the recovery for the Pinto Abalone Project. Brawley Council meets tomorrow. The meeting will be a closed session in the beginning, and it will include a conference with legal counsel concerning anticipated exposure to litigation. Another closed session agenda item concerns the possible appointment of a city manager. Regular business during open session includes the potential approval to renew the operational agreement between the Brawley Police Department and the Imperial County District Attorney's Office Victim Witness Assistance Program. The meeting will be held in City Council chambers beginning at 5:30 tomorrow. And Salton Sea Authority Board of Directors, they have a meeting set for, it was set for Thursday, June 19th, but that is Juneteenth, a holiday, and the meeting was canceled. A special meeting will be held Friday, June 20th. It'll begin at 10:30 a.m. in the County Board of Supervisors chambers in the County Administration Center on Main Street in El Centro. You can attend in person or via Zoom. KXO Local News Time, 7:49.
Hungry for the best burger in town or an ice cold beer? Did you know that Burgers & Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our June drink specials include White Claw Mango Mule and White Claw Pineapple Mule and Kona Big Waves for only $4.50. Don't miss our June plate special, the Southwest Carne Asada Burrito. Burgers & Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers & Beer, for the best burger in town.
According to the National Weather Service, hot and dry weather is forecast throughout the entire week, with the hottest days expected to be today and Thursday. An extreme heat warning is currently in effect through this evening for temperatures ranging near 115 degrees across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. Widespread moderate heat risk will be seen on Tuesday and Wednesday before areas of major heat risk are likely for Thursday. Our high yesterday, 115, the overnight low, 72. Today, sunny and hot with a high near 114. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight will be clear with a low around 77. West-southwest wind 5 to 15, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. The wind will become south after midnight. Tuesday, sunny and hot with a high near 112. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. 87 degrees, 29% relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast at 5 to 10. Air quality moderate in El Centro, good everywhere else. Calexico right now is offline. Local news, page 2 in the weather, brought to you by Burgers & Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers & Beer.
Stuck in a job that doesn't fulfill you? Thinking about a new path? The IBC Career Services Center is here to help. From updating your resume to sharpening your professional image, the IBC Career Services Center is just one of many benefits at Imperial Valley College. Call the Career Center offices for an appointment at 760-355-5721. Take the first step. IBC summer registration is now open. Summer classes start June 16th. Go to imperial.edu to register today. Imperial Valley College Career Services Center, here to help you.
Sports Time brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Health Care District, combining 2 hospitals to better serve you. San Diego State's J.J. Spawn survived a terrible start and challenging elements and pulled away from the pack, captured his first major victory, a 2-stroke win at the U.S. Open at Oakmont Country Club yesterday. NBA action, they bounced back today. The Pacers and the Thunder, that series tied at 2 games each. NHL playing for Lord Stanley's Cup. They will bounce back tomorrow. Florida leads Edmonton 3-2 in the best-of-7 series. And WNBA action, the Sky, they shined on the Sun, 78-66. Dream dumped the Mystics, 89-56. Mercury topped the Aces, 76-66. 70.
Big changes are happening in Imperial Valley. The newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District is paving the way for a healthier future. By uniting El Centro Regional Medical Center and Pioneers Memorial Hospital, we're creating a stronger, more connected healthcare system, one that's built to serve you. Together, we're expanding services, strengthening care, and building a sustainable future for all residents of Imperial Valley. The Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together, healthier tomorrow.
Major League Baseball action yesterday. Padres, they found their offense. 8 runs on 13 hits, beat the Diamondbacks 8-2. The Dodgers slipped by the Giants 5-4. Mariners shut out the Guardians 6-0. Rangers nipped the White Sox 2-1. Cubs edged the Pirates 3-2 in 10 innings. Brewers edged the Cardinals 3-2. Same score, Athletics over the Royals 3-2. Astros went 10 innings to top the Twins 2-1. Rays shut out the Mets 9-0. It was the Reds over the Tigers 8-4. Orioles beat up on the Angels 11-2. Rockies rolled. Yeah, you don't say that often. They beat the Braves 10-1. Marlins over the Nationals 3-1. Red Sox shut out the Yankees 2-0. And the Phillies pounded the Blue Jays 11-4. The Giants acquired 3-time All-Star Rafael Devers from the Red Sox yesterday in a stunning trade. Well, after all the drama in Boston, you knew Devers was gone, so now he'll be in that city by the bay. And Shohei Ohtani will make his long-awaited return to pitching tonight. He will be the opener in the matchup between the Padres and the Dodgers in L.A. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together and paving the way for a healthier future. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printer's Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printer's Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printer's Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. President Donald Trump and other heads of state are set to gather in Canada for the annual G7 summit, just days after Israel's unprecedented strike on Iran. Ordinarily, such a development would dominate the high-level discussions, but this time around, world leaders will likely need to also focus on another pressing issue, trade. You can't afford not to talk about it from any country's perspective, according to Josh Lipsky, chair of the International Economics at the Atlantic Council. It's less than a month until July 9th, President Donald Trump's self-imposed deadline for when dozens of countries, including several present at the meeting, could face higher tariffs unless they ink trade deals that avert further escalation. If no trade deal has been negotiated before that deadline, it's unclear whether Trump would revert to imposing his so-called reciprocal rates, some of which were as high as 50%, or whether countries could face even higher tariff rates. Meanwhile, At Home, a popular home goods retailer with 260 stores across 40 states, has filed for bankruptcy. citing the backdrop of tariff increases and a slowdown in consumer spending. The Dallas-based company announced today that it had entered an agreement with its lenders that would eliminate substantially all of its roughly $2 billion in debt and provide $200 million in fresh funding to keep at home operating while it navigates the Chapter 11 process. Taking a look at the big board, it is bright green right now. The Dow up 465 points at 42,662. The S&P 500 up 69 points at 6,045. And the NASDAQ up 297 points at 19,704. Gold, meanwhile, has dropped $38.30 an ounce. Oil down $2.74 a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their number one priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
It will be sunny and hot today with a high near 114, south-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Clear tonight, a low around 77, west-southwest wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. And Tuesday will be sunny and hot with a high near 112, south-southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. 89 degrees, 29% relative humidity. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour a day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
This is Sarah Griffin with the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
KXO, El Centro, California.
This is sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Steve Kathan. A court appearance is set for today for the 57-year-old man who's been charged with shooting and killing a Minnesota state lawmaker and her spouse. The arrest of Vance Belter ended a nearly two-day manhunt. Governor Tim Walz.
You can rest assured that we will put every ounce of effort that the state of Minnesota has to make sure that justice is served.
CBS News correspondent Lilia Luciano.
They found him thanks to tips from residents. Apparently, somebody saw him fleeing the car that was found yesterday abandoned near a highway. They used aircraft that had infrared cameras, and that helped in detecting exactly where he was.
Along with the two murder counts, Belter will also face attempted murder charges in the shooting of another Democratic lawmaker and his spouse in a separate attack. A juror was dismissed this morning in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial in New York for giving inconsistent information about where he lives. Overseas, Israel warned people in a northern section of Iran's capital, Tehran, to evacuate ahead of planned airstrikes there. CBS's Deborah Patta has more on another day of back-and-forth attacks.
Israel's air defense system intercepted one Iranian missile after another. Not far from Tel Aviv, in the city of Petah Tikva, at least 4 Israelis were killed, bringing the number of deaths since last week to at least 24. But the toll Israel has inflicted on Iran is far higher.
Well, CBS's Nancy Cordes reports President Trump is in Canada for the G7 Economic Summit.
Many of the world leaders who are coming to this summit are all seeking their own individual trade deals with the United States. In fact, the Canadian Prime Minister himself is sitting down with President Trump this morning. He's hoping to cement a deal with the U.S. sooner rather than later.
At least 5 deaths are blamed on the severe flash flooding in parts of West Virginia. Virginia after heavy rain. CBS's Tom Hansen is in the northeastern part of that state.
This is an incredibly mountainous area. There are a lot of high peaks, a lot of low valleys. All of that water has to go somewhere. And I can tell you right now, the ground that I'm standing on is incredibly saturated. It is muddy. That water has to go somewhere. It's going to go down into the river systems ultimately, which means that those levels still could rise as we go throughout the day.
A Wisconsin dairy farmer alleges in a new federal lawsuit that the Trump administration is illegally denying financial assistance to white farmers by continuing DEI programs instituted under Joe Biden. Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 458 points. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Chargers sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Amazon is hoping to launch more than 24 satellites for its expanding internet service today.
Amazon calls its system Project Kuiper. Today's launch from Cape Canaveral will send 27 satellites into orbit, giving the company 54 in all. It's a far cry from its main competitor.
And liftoff. Go SpaceX, go Starlink.
Elon Musk's SpaceX Falcon 9 rockets have launched more than 7,000 Starlink satellites since 2019. Amazon says it will eventually put more than 3,200 of its Kuipers in orbit, but it uses other companies to launch them, including SpaceX. Amazon says it hopes to start Kuiper internet service later this year. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
The NBA Finals resume with Game 5 tonight in Oklahoma City. The Thunder and the Indiana Pacers are tied at 2 games apiece. Game 6 is back in Indiana on Thursday night. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source. And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
12:30